Oh boy, it's hot. It's hot out here in the Gobi Desert. But thank God we got these camels to ride in on. I know you're very excited, Dan, to finally be riding a camel, and I'm glad I could give that to you. And I think we're almost at our yurt. So it's well, at least we'll be comfortable tonight and away from all the freaking sand blowing in. The sand gets everywhere. So. Whoa, what?
I'm all the way back here. My camel laid down. I don't know how to start it again.
How do you not just rub its head and say oh, come on, camel?
It's not moving.
Did you break your camel? How do you break a camel?
It's not moving.
All right, well, just leave your camel. Our yurt's right up there. I can see it from here. Hop on my camel. It's got 2 humps. I named it Sally, like that song. And I don't want to actually
to get on a camel, and then it just lays. Hold on, let me go on the back of that. It's like 4 feet high. How do I get up? Hold on.
Yeah, just jump. You can do it. Grab on. Yank yourself. Yeah, there you go. I didn't want to bring my
camel.
Yeah, normally you're supposed to bring the camel down, but now I'm scared if my camel lays down, he's not getting back up.
Is it weird that the camel's knees are cracking with every step he takes?
It's okay. We're almost there. And I kind of don't want to be out in this desert anymore because the cryptid I want to tell you about, well, it's the Mongolian Death Worm.
Oh no, is it Dune? Are we going to learn about Dune?
It's a little Dune.
Oh no, hold on. Yeah, I don't know. Bethy's all the way back there. I don't even see her anymore.
Maybe the death worm got her. Where was it?
She got
Shahalud?
Yeah, the worm thing. All right. Well, bye, Bessie.
It was good.
I got the insurance on the camel, so it doesn't matter, right?
All right. Good. Yeah, we did take the insurance out on our camel rentals.
Yeah. All right. That's good. All right. We're at the yurt. So
yeah,
we'll get off these things, and you can tell me all about this worm.
Yeah, it's not just a worm; the Mongolian Death Worm.
That's so much better.
It's heavy metal.
It's Greg's Cryptid Corner, where mysteries abound. Bigfoot, Mothman, monsters. Let's see what we found.
Hey, and welcome to another episode of Greg's Cryptid Corner, a podcast about monsters for weirdos. I'm your host, Greg, and joined with me in the desert today is my...
It's me.
Always special... You ruined it. You're my special guest, Dan.
Hi, it's me. Hey, I don't know. What am I supposed to say? Yes, I'm very happy to be here. Thank you for dragging me into... It's 150 degrees. It's very dry, and I thought it would make more sense to bring milk into the desert, because I was thinking, I know the desert doesn't have water, but you know what else it doesn't have is milk. So I brought milk, and it is curdled.
Yeah, they say milk's a bad idea.
Yep.
I think I learned that from Anchorman.
I'm very dehydrated. I stopped sweating 2 hours ago, and I don't think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I've just been drinking my sweat. Just it's kind of it's like
you're
recycling. Yeah.
Yeah, you're Duning it. It's going to be a very Dune-heavy episode. Lucky for you, I don't know a lot about Dune.
Lucky for you, I've only seen the first one, and I didn't necessarily care about it. So,
the second one's really good. I like the Denis Villeneuve Dune movies.
Yeah,
they're good. I like them.
The first one's fine, but I talk more about a different worm monster movie. But we'll get there.
Okay.
Because we'll talk about it. But yeah, so why don't we hop in? Let me tell you all about the Mongolian Death Worm. In 1920, Roy Chapman Andrews, an American explorer and some say the inspiration for Indiana Jones, was traveling around and documenting Mongolia. During this time, local officials and nomads told him a story of a creature that lived in the Gobi Desert. And this creature was less Raiders of the Lost Ark and more Tremors.
Oh, Tremors. Okay. All right.
It's just another killer worm.
Okay. Okay. That's the redneck American version of Dune.
Yeah, the better
Zero
one.
Religious subtext. Get your guns.
Yeah, I love Tremors. It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a banger.
So the stories relayed to Andrews were of a killer worm, known colloquially as the Mongolian Death Worm, but the locals refer to it as Olgi Kahorki, I think is how you say it.
Olgi Kahorki.
It sounds cute, but it means large intestine worm.
Okay, you made me choke on my water. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Large intestine worm.
Yeah. So
that's disgusting. So if you eat, I guess I was going to say if it eats you, it turns you into poop because that's what large intestines do.
Well,
but
yes.
I think that's what would happen if any cryptid ate you.
You don't have to be a cryptid and eat something and turn it into poop. It's just natural.
That's true.
Just
Like
process.
a dude could eat me, and I could call them the large intestine worm.
Yes, but it is called the large intestine worm for a reason. So in Andrew's book, On the Trail of Ancient Man, he describes the creature as so, quote, "It is shaped like a sausage, about 2 feet long, has no head nor legs, and it is so poisonous that merely to touch it means instant death. It lives in the most desolate parts of the Gobi Desert."
So it's a little guy.
Well, so here's the thing. He said it was 2 feet long. He didn't see it. He was out there hunting for it. He never got to actually see it. He was told it was 2 feet long. There are additional reports that say it's between 2 and 5 feet long, and some things I read said possibly 7 feet. So
okay, I was still
size
like Tremors and Dune. I was thinking like a creature that would be measured in car lengths. You know,
I mean, so
I
that's
wasn't really thinking like even 5 feet, 7 feet. That's a little scary. 2 feet, that's a cute little guy. It's a shame it'll kill me if I pet it because I don't want to pet it.
Yeah. Now, if you think, I know we mentioned Tremors and Dune, but obviously those are sensationalized versions of killer worms. Obviously.
Yes. Yeah. There's clearly one killer worm that does exist, and it's this one.
It's this.
And it's Mongolian. We haven't talked about that.
You know what? The only thing I know about Mongolia, and it's very not accurate, it's Mongolian beef that I get when I go to like the Chinese buffet.
That's literally it? You don't think about like Genghis Khan?
Nope.
No.
I think
about Genghis
that
Khan.
Delicious Mongolian beef.
Also, like I fell down a rabbit hole because I thought to myself, what's a country I would like to visit before I die? And Mongolia is close to the top of that list. Because let me tell you, it is beautiful there. I would love to go. And I fell down a rabbit hole being like, what are their cities like? And also, let me tell you, their cities seem pretty boring. Sorry, Mongolia, if you're listening, your landscapes are gorgeous. Your cities seem a little lame. Like, I've been to Cleveland. I don't need to go to Mongolian cities.
Yeah, what's the lamest city that we have?
Cleveland.
Okay, they got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, don't they?
Yeah, and it's lame. I'm sorry, if any Ohioans are listening to this, I'm so sorry. When I went there, it was a dead town. There was nothing going on.
Interesting. Well, they got Loveland, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Ohio, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that is where Cleveland is, yes.
Yeah, no, I'm just...
I'm ribbing you.
Honestly, I had to say it just to be sure because I'm bad. We have been called out on how bad we are at geography. So
yeah, yep,
that was me just covering myself.
So you think about Mongolian beef. So you're imagining that beneath all the sand, this thing has like a sugary, sticky sauce on it.
Yeah, like a hoisin-based sauce. Yeah, absolutely. But unfortunately,
that's the poisonous part is the sticky sauce.
Yeah. No, so yeah, like I said, it's reported to be about 2 to 5 feet long and is a deep red to a dark brown color.
Pretty.
And like the sausage description from Andrews, it is thick and cylindrical, like a worm, but a big worm.
I just had beers with a big group of people, and one of the people in the group said that they could see auras. And immediately I was like, oh, what is my aura like? And he like got a little bashful and shy and all this stuff. And I was like, no, seriously, like if you don't mind, like what's my aura look like? And he was like, well, your aura is bland. It's just like kind of a brown, like a red brown.
You're the Mongolian Death Worm.
I think I'm the Mongolian Death Worm. And apparently it's bland, I guess.
I would think, yeah. I mean, I guess it's kind of, it's like earth color. I want to know what my aura color is. If anybody listening,
I'll introduce you to Jimmy. Jimmy was pretty cool. I like Jimmy.
Nice.
He was a dope guy.
All right. Well, Jimmy, if you're listening, let's talk. About
Mongolian Death Worm. Mongolian Death Worm. So wait. You dated this back to 1920 with the Indiana Jones wannabe.
Correct.
But
yeah.
I'm wondering, is this older than that?
It's older than that. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Good.
Yeah. So
that makes me feel better.
Like locals had stories about it by that time. So yeah, it had been out there. So witnesses have also described it as looking, quote, biologically wrong, meaning like it's not just weird looking, but it looks like it shouldn't exist. You know,
much like a small intestine.
Yeah,
or a large intestine. Wait, this is a large intestine.
Large intestine. I mean, they're kind of the same thing, right? It's just one's bigger. They should be shaped the same way. So sightings often occur during like rainy seasons and early summer, which makes sense because that's kind of like, especially during the rain, it's kind of the earthworms start coming up.
It's also when there's a lot of like shimmering over the sand and there's a lot of like optical illusions.
Oh, what are you saying, Dan?
People like me are just drinking milk and getting dehydrated.
Start seeing things out in the desert. Yeah, I hear you.
This is, I kind of equate the desert to like the ocean. Like you've heard me say a million times. Whenever I hear about a seafaring critter that is considered a cryptid, I think, why can't this thing exist? Because the oceans are vast and unexplored.
Yeah.
I kind of feel the same way about the desert. I think I'm kind of realizing.
I agree. The Gobi's huge. So mainly the people that live in there are nomads. And it's not like there's giant cities. Like it's not hugely populated.
What do you think nomad TikTok is like? How do nomads relax at night? They just play Go or chess.
I think they have
smartphone signal.
Chill in their chairs and look up at the sky and marvel at the beauty of nature.
That sounds so nice right now.
It does sound good. We'll do that. Yeah, after this story, we'll go sit in a moving sand pile and see what happens.
I don't ever want to go back. Let's just remove ourselves.
I never want to go back. The show's going to get so depressing because I'm always just going to be like, can't we just look for monsters all the time?
Okay. All right. Yeah. So it's a freak of nature. It's a large intestine. Yeah. And it comes out when it's wet and hot.
Yeah.
In the summer. Okay.
Yep. So it's not just like a big killer worm like the graboids and tremors. Not quite as big. The Mongolian Death Worm can kill from both up close and from a distance.
Okay. So I'm interested. Is this like a blowgun kind of a situation?
No, I mean, in a way, a little bit, but not really. It's not shooting like Pokemon spikes or anything like that. But so up close, like I said, the creature's skin is toxic. As I mentioned, you can't pet it, which is bad news for you.
Bummer.
But it can also spit corrosive venom at its victims from a distance.
Okay.
And if that's not enough, it's said to be able to generate electric shocks to incapacitate and kill its prey.
Okay.
So it's like an electric eel venom spitting sausage worm.
This is a Pokemon. There are 3 attacks. It has Poison Touch, it has Electrobolt, and it has Poison Spittle.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Okay, this thing does not want to be messed with. Don't come close to this.
What's the yellow-ish orange looking Pokemon that has a little spike on his head? He's a worm or kind of a caterpillar type. No, he's like a caterpillar looking thing. It's not Caterpie. He's green. I'm not thinking of him.
I don't know, man.
I don't think I'm thinking of a Pokemon. I think I'm thinking of a character from Mario Brothers.
Okay.
They're all the same to me.
So it's that Pokemon from Mario. It's what this Cryptid is like.
It was like that yellow like worm kind of creature in Mario Brothers. You could jump on it and like the segments would come out and it gets shorter.
And I had the unicorn horn. Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
Is there a Pokemon like that? I have no idea.
I don't know, dude. There's a Pokemon that's just like an iron. You know? they have the other day I have Pokemon cards. I work at a library and I have Pokemon cards that if kids have like if they're borrowing Pokemon books or if they're into Pokemon, I'll let them just pick a card and they don't know what they're going to get. And the other guy the other day a kid picked a card and I was like, "What'd you get?" And he was like, "It's a baton." And literally, the Pokemon was a baton.
Oh, that's weird.
It was a stick.
Yeah, I think they're running out of ideas. Like I said, they're like I think we talked about it on the Loveland Frogman episode. There's one that's just the coffin.
Yeah.
What?
It's pretty bleak.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, hold on. This is not as interesting as Mongolian. What is it called? Love worm?
Death worm.
Death worm.
Mongolian love worm.
That's a very different creature.
Yeah. But like I think that here's the problem. My generation, or maybe just me, am fully aware of Pokemon because I kind of grew up in that era. So I equate all monsters to Pokemon, even though I don't really care about Pokemon.
The Pokemon from Mario is that's Greg's specialty.
Yeah.
I like okay. The lightning thing has me interested because I know if you generate enough heat, you can turn sand into glass.
Yeah.
And if this thing can shoot lightning or like maybe corrosive acid, does that do the same thing to sand? Could you like fuse sand that way? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like as this thing moves through the desert, could you follow like glass trails?
Oh, I haven't read about that, but that'd be pretty cool. That's a good way of hunting it.
Yeah.
And actually, it's interesting. You mentioned kind of how ways to track it down. So there have been multiple expeditions to find the Mongolian Death Worm over the years. So like I mentioned, Roy Chapman Andrews went out looking in the 1920s. And then Ivan McCurley, I don't know how to say his name. He's a Czech cryptozoologist. He went on the hunt in the 90s and 2000s timeframe. Mm-hmm. And he attempted to attract the Mongolian Death Worm using ground vibration devices like in Dune.
Nice. And in Tremors.
Yeah, because in Tremors, they'd sense you running and so vibrations were a big thing in both these books. But unfortunately, he didn't have any luck. He couldn't find it.
Oh.
So like Andrews, he did not find any physical evidence of the creature being alive in the world, but he still believes it's real based on the beliefs of kind of the locals in the area. So like they had both gotten stories from nomads in the area, local officials, like people in the know. So I don't know. It seems pretty cut and dry. Real monster out there.
I mean, if the desert's too big for me to rule it out, and I kind of want this one to exist because it's cool. I like the idea of like a 2 to 5 foot long worm that's poisonous, electrical, and spits. That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think through like if I was to apply the same reasoning that I apply to like North American cryptids. Or like maybe a cryptid is an amalgamation of a bunch of things that can happen to you, and they just attribute all those things to a thing that they can then blame. Mm-hmm. So like, what are ways that people poison or electrocute themselves in the desert?
I don't know.
Maybe is there heat lightning in the desert? Like if there's a cloud front rolling through, does that have a chance of just throwing a thunderbolt? You know?
I mean, I'd assume so, right? I mean, I'm not a weatherologist. What do they call them?
A meteorologist.
There you go. Nailed it. I thought they studied meteors. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have an answer to that. I mean, it is possible. But like, where are you getting like corrosive acid venom to melt people?
There are like what's the dragon? Komodo dragon? I know that's not in that region.
I was going to say.
Maybe it is. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it'd be impossible to find out. The desert's too big.
And some of those things spit. Sometimes like little lizards and stuff like that spit.
Or what spits? Camels.
What? Camels spit. That's
true. Maybe you get a couple randomly mutated camels that can spit acid.
Or if it's in like the wet times when it's raining or in the summer, like when springs naturally form sometimes in the desert. Like I wonder if there's like a fungus, like a fungal element to this where people stumble on some mushrooms and then they pop them in their mouths because they're hungry because it's the desert. And then they like trip or they die, you know, like weird bad mushrooms.
Yeah. I mean, there has been history of that.
It's happened before.
I would point people to What About Weird's episode on the fungus part 2. Because I believe they go into that. I don't know anything about fungus, and they gave too much information, and I forgot all of it.
You're insecure. They knew too much. Yeah, we know too little.
And I don't eat mushrooms, so I don't necessarily. I'm never going to be like, oh, let me pick up that mushroom and eat it, because I don't like the taste or texture of mushrooms to begin with.
Man, I am I eat mushroom like popcorn.
I
haven't met a
too,
mushroom I
you?
haven't liked. Yeah. We go foraging. Yeah, I can identify mushrooms.
We live in the suburbs. You don't need to forage.
Dude, we're so close to so many good trails. Whatever, it's fine. If you're looking for magic mushrooms, they usually propagate in the parking lot because that's where people bring their spores to get back to their cars. So if it's raining outside, go to any close national park and you can probably find some magic mushrooms in the parking lot. We should move on, though. It's time to learn about the Mongolian Death Worm.
We've learned about the Mongolian Death Worm, but I do want to say, so you're kind of leaning towards potentially real.
I just can't say that it's not real. It's a worm in the desert. Of course it could be real.
Yeah. And I've seen enough movies to say, these things could be out there. It could just be a snake, right? Like it could
a fat snake.
A big snake could have been mistaken for a giant killer worm. Maybe. There have been some like possibilities There's something called a Tartar sand boa, but it's short and thick, but it's not as big as it is. And
does it look biologically impossible?
No, it looks like a snake.
Right.
Now, the one thing that to me looks biologically impossible is a worm lizard. And it's like a snake, but it has two little legs on the front.
Adorable. So you're talking like a salamander.
Yeah.
But just with like shorter legs.
Just on the front, too. Just like two legs up front, I think. And it's weird looking, but they're so cute.
I wish humans had like it sounds like it has like vestigial limbs.
Yeah.
That are only sticking around because maybe like once every 100 days they come in handy or something like that. Literally in this case because they're hands. They're tiny little hands. I wish we had little vestigial bits.
Just something, yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like eyebrows. Like they're only used for expression and nothing else. They serve no purpose other than expression. Like if we had just like a little tail coming out our chin.
Yeah.
You know?
Like skin tags, I think those should just be vestigial.
Yeah, well, you got to be able to do stuff with them. Can you wiggle a skin tag? I don't have one.
No,
do you have a skin tag?
Oh, God, just thinking about wiggling. It's gross.
Yeah, if you could just wave it back and forth, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I guess that'd be pretty neat. But yeah, so this like two-footed worm lizard, they're not even native to Mongolia. So like, and they also don't have electric abilities.
But you're saying like a biome sprouted this weird thing elsewhere. So why couldn't this biome sprout a weird thing here?
Yeah, I wasn't, but yes, that is what I'm saying now.
Okay,
I do think that like things can, what's the word? Evolve.
Yeah.
Which shouldn't have been a hard word for me to remember.
It took you a while, but I knew you'd get there.
Things can evolve based on the way the environment is shaping it. So if a giant worm was there and it took to living underground, maybe hibernating for most of the year, coming out in the rainy season, why not? Why not?
Why not?
Also could just be an alien.
Well, I mean, yes, it could be a transmorging witch that hides by turning herself inside out, which folds her limbs into her outside, which is now her inside, and she looks like a worm that looks biologically impossible.
Yeah.
But she's a witch, so I guess her blood's poison or something.
But I do think like, so I think maybe the electric shock part is hyperbole. There are animals that if you touch them, you get poisoned, right? Like frogs, especially. Oh, yeah. So that's not something that's hard to believe. A giant worm? Why not? Maybe it lives in the center of the earth with the dinosaurs.
Are there giant worms elsewhere? Like, does America have a giant worm? I know Britain had stories about like Lair the White Worm. Like that was kind of their dragon before dragons got hot. Were giant worms, you know? Does North America have a giant worm? Oh,
I want to say somewhere out west there's a giant worm, but I could be just thinking of Tremors again.
Also, there's another thing. I don't remember what it's called. If there are water systems underground beneath a desert, you can get sinkholes. Like quicksand can happen. So couldn't somebody getting sucked into quicksand, like their traveling partners would see that happen and they could be attributing malice to the sand and saying that there was like agency involved. Oh, something sucked him under. You know,
so it had to be a giant worm.
Right. So it would be a giant worm or a giant snake or a 10-foot across tarantula that digs in the desert and it punctured the surface and dragged our buddy under.
Yeah. And maybe it's a prehistoric creature as well. It's already living in a horrible area, like the freaking Gobi Desert.
Yeah.
So,
no judgment. If you live in the Gobi Desert, thanks for listening.
I mean, really when I say horrible area, I mean, for me being fat and out of shape and I just sweat constantly.
It's a desert. Yeah. But we have a yurt. We're lucky.
So when like the asteroid struck the Earth and killed off all the dinosaurs, it was already living in a place full of like crazy heat. It burrows underground to survive. Like, so I don't know. Realistically, I say that knowing what I'm going to say next. It could be a dinosaur.
Yeah. We got a Loch Ness in the sand.
Yeah. It's Sand Nessie.
Okay.
But yeah, those are my thoughts on it. I don't know if you have anything else to add. I mean, that's the gist of the Mongolian Death Worm. Big worm. It's poisonous, shoots venom, can potentially electrocute you.
No, it's cool. I want to hear more of the older stories about this worm. Like, I would love to hear like an indigenous story about like an encounter with it where they describe it in their language and to like try to translate what that language means. Get at some of the metaphors to find the heart of this thing, because it sounds cool, and I can feel it in my desert beaten bones that there's a cautionary tale in this thing. It feels like a cautionary tale.
I'm sure there is. I think the problem, especially and this goes. Maybe we'll talk about it like if we talk about the Yeti eventually, but like a lot of the stories that are brought back to like America.
The West.
And now online, it's all the white guys going out, trying to make a name for themselves. You know what I mean?
Psychic colonialism. Yeah.
So a lot of the there's some like Native American spirits and stuff that have become cryptids in the that vernacular that the settlers of the time just basically like bastardized. And like completely changed what they were, and now they're like fearful things when they weren't. So it's like we ruin everything. You know?
Well, I was trying to say it ruined it, but I think there's probably like flowery language out there that I want to hear. Yeah. I'd love to hear if there's like a poem from like, the 1100s about the Mongolian Death Worm. I want to hear that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
So you're giving me a rabbit hole. I know that GCC is more, hey, welcome to Cryptids. Cryptids are really cool. I want to go find like a poetry podcast that's like, ooh, we're going to spend an hour talking about a poem about a worm.
God,
I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I call not hosting that. That seems like a lot of work. But yeah, so
sand in my eyes. No, that's venom. It's a line from the poem.
I'm shocked. This is shocking.
Yeah, Mongolia, where beat poetry came from. Yeah.
Oh boy. Anyway, that's the Mongolian Death Worm.
Thanks, Greg. Yeah, that's a cool one. That's neat.
We probably didn't have to travel like 6 hours on a camel.
Hey, it was a tax write-off
for this little discussion, but yeah. I mean, it's fine. I can write things off. It's wonderful.
We're gonna look at the stars later. That'll be nice.
Yeah, I can't wait. But before we do, I just do our little cleanup here. So we don't have any new reviews or comments on Spotify, and that's okay.
But if
you want to hear your 5-star Apple Podcast review read, leave a 5-star Apple Podcast review, and we'll read it on the episode.
Wait, if I leave a 3-star one, would you read it?
No.
Oh,
because I want the 5. If you leave a 3-star, all you're doing is hurting us.
It's just 3 stars, and you have to read on the podcast like audio quality is terrible. The main host has a voice like a llama. I don't know what they would say. You have a great voice.
I do sound like a llama. Is it llamas that spit? No, I think camels spit too, right?
I don't know. I think it's llamas or a pack. No, yeah, it's llamas spit. Alpacas are just cute.
Oh man, I'm gonna get messages because I got animal facts wrong.
Sorry.
Speaking of getting messages, if you want some more Greg's Cryptid Corner, you're more than welcome to join our Patreon. $2 a month gets you some bonus episodes and entry into our Discord where we do movie watches and have incredible conversations. People were talking about salamanders all week.
Yeah.
Really fun.
When we're recording this, we just had a huge snow front came through most of America, and everybody was swapping snow stories, and that was fun.
Yep. Yeah,
that was
a
nice.
Good time.
Camaraderie.
And I want to thank your Squonk level supporters, Amy's Birdhouse, Liam Neville, Bridget, Pam and Brian, Molly, and an unperceived interdimensional Bigfoot.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you for supporting the show and making that Discord just a fun time to be in. I never use Discord very much. And now I have to check it every day because it's a lot of fun. I don't have to. I want to, is what I meant.
Greg's like, oh man, I got a chore to do. Thanks to these very supportive friends.
These amazing people. Yeah, it's so much fun.
Oh, bummer.
We're all learning a lot of stuff. So come on, join Patreon. It's a good time. And we got our news show that we put out every couple weeks. Catch up on some cryptid
CNN.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Talks about cryptid news, paranormal news, UFO news that had happened recently, and just an opportunity to talk about the weird and the 4D and the paranormal. It's a good time. Yeah. So As always, I'm Squonk. You're Squonk. Go birds.
So you know how like the desert has those little mice? Like in Dune, the mouse eventually, spoiler alert, the mouse turns into the giant worm.
Wait,
Dune.
what?
Yeah. You get on that Dune level. So I'm thinking about like, there are like little desert mice that they'll like suck up individual raindrops to stay alive or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Could one, if you had a sufficient enough saddle to protect you from the poisonous skin, could you ride this worm if you were a mouse?
Oh, if
That's
you're a
something
mouse,
I would like to see.
Yeah, I mean, it would be a little tiny saddle. That'd be pretty cool.
Could you weaponize these worms?
I mean, I don't see
feel
why
like
not, right?
If they were real, we would have figured out how to weaponize them. Like you could figure out what draws them to the surface, again, Dune style or Tremors style, and you could use that against like the Ops, the evil tribe on the other side of the desert,
Yeah. Maybe just people over there are just less horrible than we are. So maybe
That's
no
true.
one has actively wanted to weaponize it yet. But yeah, I'd rather weaponize one of those little mice though.
Yeah.
Feeding them, it's just one little drop of water, maybe one little drop of food every day, and they're tiny. They can get into everywhere.
Like
And
a Pokemon.
You put a little camera on its back. I think they tried that too, right? I think didn't America like try to train cats as spies?
They spent like $1 million on one cat and it got hit by a car.
Immediately. Yeah. Rest in peace, cat. That's not funny that a cat died. Crazy that it was just immediately got hit by a car.
They also trained pigeons to poke at a screen to put inside of a missile.
Wait. They were going to put a pigeon in a missile?
Yeah. So that for a target lock-on system, they were going to put pigeons inside of missiles, and they trained the pigeons to peck at pictures of ships and stuff like that. And then the idea was the pigeon, while it's traveling in the missile, would just keep pecking at the ship on a little display, and then that would tell the computer how to adjust its trajectory to be able to hit the ship.
Oh.
But they didn't end up doing that one.
Yeah, that sounds not very great.
Yeah, it's a pigeon and a bomb. It's not a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. Wow.
Yeah. It turns out we create the worst cryptids.
Bomb pigeon.
Bomb pigeon.